Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily and welcome to today's class. We're going to get started on our backs in constructive rest or reclined butterfly pose. You can have the feet wide apart and knees together. And let's just rest the right hand on the stomach, left hand on the chest as we take a moment to become present. So it's always good to take a little transition time between the rest of your day and right now. Just allowing yourself to let go of anything that happened today. Giving yourself a clean page to start this practice on. And maybe setting an intention to be fully committed to yourself for the practice, to be fully aware of your breath, and aware of how your body feels. I invite you to explore as we move today through the different shapes to perhaps not stay so static in each pose and play around with micro movements and adjustments. Just exploring your body and what feels best for you. We're going to bring the knees into the chest and just find a gentle rock side to side, massaging your lower back. And then let's go ahead and place those feet down on the mat for some bridge rolls. So press into the heels and peel your back off the mat one vertebra at a time, tucking the tailbone. Pressing the shoulders down towards the mat, the back of the head down, and then breathing out one vertebra at a time, release. Inhaling again, peel the back off the mat, really tuck the tailbone. Exhale to lower. Let's find 3 more like that. Breathing in, pressing into the heels, squeezing the glutes, tucking tailbone, lift. Exhale, lower the upper back, middle back, and lower back. Last 2, breathing in. And release. Last one, inhale. This time we hold at the top. And we're going to do some twisting with the upper body. So left hand stays where it is. Right arm, let's reach behind you. So diagonally behind you and across. Come back to bridge. Left arm reaches to the right. Just finding a little bit of exploration. Right arm reaches diagonally over to the left. All the while pressing into the heels. Left arm reaches over. And breathing out as you twist. And last time, left arm reaches over. Coming back through center. Let's extend the right leg out in front of us. And then breathing in, right leg reaches all the way up to the sky. As you breathe out, let's bring the right leg out to the right. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Right leg reaches up. Exhale, bend the right knee, lower the right foot down. Left leg extends up. Try to open up the hip. Hold, find stability for 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up. Exhale, bend the left knee, release left foot. Inhale, right leg lifts. Open up the right leg to the right. Now let's bring that right foot to the mat. So you might need to move your hands, drop the hips, and then use your arms to roll yourself up to Skandasana. Arms maybe reach up alongside the ears. Exhale, we circle back. So bringing that right hand down, circle onto the mat. Left leg lifts up to the air, lift the hips. Bend the right knee, bridge pose. Left leg extends up. Open up the left hip. Drop the left foot. We drop the hips. Use your arms to help your way up to Skandasana. Maybe arms reach alongside the ears. Exhale, circle all the way back. Hips lift, bend the left knee, release. We'll do 2 more on each side. I know it's a little bit adventurous, but it's fun to try new ways of moving. So bear with me. Let's circle over to the right, Skandasana. And come all the way back. Right leg lifts, lift the hips. Good. So we always meet in bridge pose. Left leg lifts, open up the hip, drop the left foot, drop the hips, circle up Skandasana, and release. Circle back, left leg lifts, press into the right foot, lift the hips, bend the left knee. One more time on each side. Right leg lifts, open up the hip. Use your arms, to make your way up to Skandasana. Circle back. And it might take a few tries before the movement feels natural. Bend the right knee, left leg lifts. Open up the left hip. Circle up. Skandasana. And we meet back in bridge. And bending your left knee, bridge pose. And let's release. Let's start to rock back and forth. If you found your way off the mat like I did, you can scoot back on. Back and forth rocks, maybe holding your shins. And we're going to try to pause in this little ball here. Knees to shoulders. Hold for 3. Feet are not touching the mat if possible. 2. And 1. Rock back. Again, hold. 3, 2, 1. Rock back. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Now we rock back and we stand up. Top of the mat, high mountain. Exhale, fold forward, bend knees, grab opposite hand to opposite elbow, and just dangle side to side, loosening the lower back, the hips. Loosening every single vertebra, trying to create space in your spine, making sure the head hangs heavy. And then let's release the hands, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift, pause here. See if you can plug your right hip into its socket, so just lifting that right foot, and hold here, micro bend your left leg. Keep the halfway lift, and then release the right foot. Lift your left leg, and release. Lift your right leg, and extend your right leg back. Hands come to the heart space, hold for 3, 2, 1. Extend the arms as you step your right foot back. Drop the right knee, Anjanasana. And as you breathe out, let's twist to the left and hold, active twist. So reaching the arms apart, trying to squeeze navel in to twist deeper, squeezing inner thighs together, and almost pulling the mat towards you with your left foot. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, interlace the hands at your lower back, open up the chest, and then let's make our way into a half splint. And slowly release. Let's bring the right hand behind us, pivot into a side bend. Left arm reaches over the left ear. Now let's push into that right hand. See if you can lift your right knee, maybe squeeze it into the chest for 3, 2, and 1. Extend the right leg out. Left hand comes down on the mat or in a high plank. You can hold it here, enjoy the stretch, or let's lower chaturanga. Push up, and then step back, high plank. Drop the knees. Let's stand on the knees, reach the arms up. Grab opposite hand to opposite elbow and take a little side bend to the right. Inhale, center, side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Release the hands. Let's sit back on the heels. And with or without the help of the hands, let's see if we can lift the knees and bring the heels down to the mat. Again, lift the heels, bring the knees. Lift the knees, bring the heels. 3 more times at your own pace, trying to avoid that. So really leaning back, trying to bring those knees down with control. Now let's do one more. And we end at the top of the mat, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, walk the hands forward, high plank. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's bend the knees, send the hips all the way back to the heels. Inhale, come back to high plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Let's take a big step up top of the mat. Feet are hip width distance apart, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's see if we can lift that left foot off the mat. And release. Lift the right foot. And release. Lift the left foot, bend the right knee a little bit. Hands come to the heart space, kick your left leg back. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Extend the arms alongside the ears. Step your left foot back as slowly as you can. Anjaneyasana, inhale. And then as you breathe out, twist to the right. And breathing in, let's unwind, reach the arms up. Exhale, interlace the hands, come into a half split, straightening the right leg, pulling the mat towards you with your right heel so you can really feel that hamstring engage. And we release the bind of the hands, untuck the left toes. Left hand comes behind you, swoop the right arm over your right ear, side bend. And then press into your left hand. Let's pick up that left knee and hold. Squeeze it in towards your chest. And then let's extend left leg out. Right hand comes down, squaring the hips. Either hold it here or one push up. Push back up. High plank. And then send the hips back. And we drop those knees. Stand on the knees. Inhale, reach the arms up. Opposite hand to opposite elbow, side bend to the right. Inhale, center. Side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, release the arms. Let's sit back on the heels. And once again, try to lift the knees. Drop the heels. Lift the knees. Lift the heels, drop the knees. One of the two. Keep moving back and forth for 3, 2. If you want to make it a bit harder, arms go above the head. And 1. Bring the heels back down, halfway lift, inhale. Walk the hands forward, high plank. Again, bend those knees, send the hips back. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. 1 full breath in and out. Right leg rises. Right foot steps between the hands. Warrior 1, inhale. Exhale, let's interlace the hands at the lower back. Open up the heart. Deep breath in. Exhale, humble warrior. Right shoulder slides on the inside of the right knee for 3. One more breath here. And then breathing in, rise back up. Keep the right leg bent, warrior 1. Right elbow crosses over the left eagle arms. Now we're going to connect elbows to knee. So you should feel the right thigh is connected to your stomach. Try to keep this compression. Push your elbows against your knee. And let's lift the left leg for 5, 4. Squeeze the left glute to lift left leg higher. 3, 2. As you breathe out, straighten right leg. Inhale, pull left knee up into the chest. Release the bind of the arms, reach the arms up. Slowly start to open up your left hip. And then we pivot into half moon, very slowly. Good, you can stay here, or I'm gonna add a super challenging option, pistol squat. So either stay here in half moon because we're coming back, or look towards the top of the mat, pistol squat. Come back to half moon. Good, it helps if you bend that left knee as you pull the left leg back. Reverse warrior, inhale. Deep breath in. Exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down. Left hand finds the floor, right arm reaches up. And you can either stay here, or we're gonna come into wild thing, but let's just tap the right toes on the mat, so behind your left leg, without really bringing that foot down. So right footsteps behind the left leg, just tap the floor, and then pull that right knee back up into the chest. Step the right foot to the top right corner of the mat. Good, walk both hands to the long side of your mat, Prasarita. So to the left. Inhale here, toes are slightly pointing in, heels out. Exhale, fold for 5. And as you breathe in, halfway lift, pivot towards the back of the mat, lunge. And then let's drop that right knee, untuck the right toes, sit on the right heel, and pull your left foot in. So the left foot is at the same level as the right knee. If you've been here before, you might know what's coming. We're gonna do either standing splits 5 times or handstand hops 5 times. So standing splits, you just actively pull that right leg up, and then we come back to the squat, okay? Or handstand hop, we think of standing splits in the handstand and then come back to the squat. Let's go for 5. Whatever you choose. If you're doing the handstand hops, try to focus mainly on pushing off your left leg and not so much swinging with the right. Good. Let's do 3 more. If you find balance, you can hold. Slowly we come down. We're going to step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, your vinyasa. And we meet back down dog. Left leg rises, inhale. Left foot steps to the top of the mat. Warrior 1, rise up. Interlace the hands at your lower back. Open up the heart. Humble warrior as you fold forward. On your next inhale, let's rise back up. Release the bind of the arms. Left elbow crosses over the right, eagle arms. And then connect your elbows to your left knee. Push into each other. Right leg lifts. Hold for 5. Keep lengthening through the crown of the head. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, straightens the left leg. Inhale, pull right knee into the chest. Release the bind of your arms, reach the arms up. And then open your right hip as much as you can. And then when you can't anymore, then rotate into half moon. Either stay here or pistol squat. You can use the help of the hands. Come back to half moon. So there, bend the knee when you pull it back. And then reverse warrior slowly. As you breathe out, cartwheel the hands down. Right hand finds the floor. Wild thing, left toes, simply tap the floor behind you. Try not to put any weight. And then bring that left leg back. Inhale here. Exhale, pivot into Prasarita to the right, so towards the long side of the mat. Halfway lift to breathe in. Exhale to fold. As you breathe in, halfway lift. Pivot towards the right, so towards the top of your mat once again. Lunge, dropping that left knee. And then let's sit back on the left heel, pull the right knee in. 5 hops or 5 standing splits. Let's go for 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Step back, downward facing dog. High plank inhale. Exhale your vinyasa. And take a deep breath in. And then let's release the knees. Tabletop. Turn the fingers towards your knees. Cat and cow, inhale, let's pull the chest open. Exhale to round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. One more. Exhale, round. Come back to a neutral spine. Maybe shake out the hands. Turn the hands around so fingers point towards the top of the mat. And then let's tuck the toes. Make your way back to downward facing dog. As you breathe in, right leg rises. Right knee to left elbow, fallen star. Left arm reaches up. Exhale, bring your left hand down, 1 push up. Inhale, lift. Right leg reaches up high. And then bend your right knee, open up the hip, wild thing. Good, now we have the option of one-legged crow or flying split. So right hand comes down, right knee finds the right elbow, or flying splits. And we hold for 3, 2, and 1. Step back. Let's heel toe that right foot wherever you are to the left wrist. Pigeon pose. Deep breath in. Maybe interlace your hands behind your back. Open up the chest. So we're staying lifted. And then slowly release. Let's fold over the legs for 5. And lifting the chest. Let's bring both hands underneath the shoulders. Bend your left knee, walk it in. Right leg extends, 3-legged tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift your left knee to a hover. Right leg reaches out to the right. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Right leg reaches behind you. And now as you breathe out, straighten your left leg, pull the right knee into the chest. Hold for 3, 2, push the mat away from you with your hands. 1, 3-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last thing on the left side, left leg rises. Left knee, right elbow. Fallen star, right arm reaches up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Either hold there or 1 push up. 3-legged dog, inhale. Wild thing, bend the left knee, open up the hip. And now prepare flying splits or one-legged crow or normal crow pose. Of course, that's also an option. Left hand comes down. Try to make maybe your down dog a little shorter. Left knee finds the left elbow. This side's gonna be really hard. And then slowly lift. That's it for this side. Let's heel toe the left foot over to the right wrist. So wherever you are now, we eventually meet in pigeon pose. But we're going to stay upright, interlace the opposite grip behind your lower back and try to open up the chest. And at the same time, keep your right glute super active. Squeezing the right glute will help that right hip go a little closer to the floor. Hold. And then let's slowly release. Come all the way down. Forehead can rest on your hands. And let's slowly lift the chest. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Let's bring that right knee in. We're coming into three-legged tabletop. So left leg extends behind you. Tuck the right toes. Lift right knee. Kick left leg out to the left. For 3, 2, 1. Extended back. Inhale here. Exhale. Curl for 3, 2, 1. Press back, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then let's walk all the way up to the top of the mat. Heel toe your feet apart, Malasana. For circular wheels, we can do half circles or full circles. Right hand will come behind you. Point those right fingers slightly towards the middle of the mat. And then lean, kind of look to the right, lift the hips, and reach your left arm over your left ear. And then slowly come back down. And you can do that just side to side. If you feel a little more adventurous, you can look behind you, try to tap opposite fingers down towards the mat. And if you're feeling really open today, you can also come onto the toes, explore. Maybe that gives you a heck of a lot of more space. And then circle wheel. Okay, so toes and heels, that can make a huge, huge difference. Okay. Heels on the mat will feel deeper through your spine and probably a little less easy to circle around. So let's do a few more of those, whatever you decide. And my legs are sore, so we're gonna stop right here. Lucky you. Hands to the heart space. Let's bring both hands behind us. Once again, pulling the knees into the chest. Let's try to lift feet off the mat, and then keeping this compression, reach the arms around. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2. Straighten the legs for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Low boat, arms above the head for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Oh, that feels nice. Bring the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. Let's bring the feet down so you can knock your knees side to side. Should feel really nice in the fronts of the thighs. So feet are wide apart, knees together. Next time the knees drop to the right, pause, and just bring your right heel on top of your left knee. Should feel good in the front of the left hip. And if it doesn't feel good, no one's forcing you. You can do whatever you want. And let's come back through center. So just unhook the right foot, bring both knees to the left, and then lift your left heel over the right knee. And you can kind of play around with squeezing the glutes, pressing the hips forward, noticing how that increases the stretch in the front of the right hip. Good, and then slowly release, come back through center, knees into the chest. Little happy baby, because it's one of my favorites. Let's open up the legs and just rock side to side. Maybe straighten them if that feels nice. And then let's pull the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. You deserve it. Forehead to knees. Hold and squeeze for 3, 2, 1. Shavasana. Let it go. Taking a moment here of stillness to allow yourself to reap all the benefits of the practice, leaving no crumbs on the table. Letting it all sink in. We'll leave you here in shavasana. I hope you enjoyed this practice. And if you did so, please let me know. It's always so nice to hear from you. Thank you so much for trusting me, for sharing your time with me. It means the world. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you soon.